How's it going, everyone? This is a Q3 update. So normally I make these videos after the end of a quarter where I'll talk about how I did, what went well, what didn't went well, what I tried, and what should I do for the next quarter. So I talked about all of that in the Q2 business review. So I was finishing up the July summary, so just looking at how I did in July, and I took a notice at basically how I've been doing so far 7 months in. So you'll see this is just the Excel that I kind of look at. I have a couple of stuff that I'm watching here, but I have this quarterly summary, which is what you see in the PowerPoint, but it's just like, hey, look, here's the month. Here's just all the different types of trades that I took. So you can see for July, here's the profits only on closed trades. There's the actual P&L is a little bit higher, but it's actually some short calls on a long-term fig leaf, so not counting that as part of the gross profits. But I was like, all right, I took 20 trades that were day, and I basically broke even. And then I was like, well, how have I done on day trades for this entire 7 months versus swing trades? So I plotted both of them over here, and I mean, it was just kind of crazy. And actually, I'm going to put this up here. So, right, I plotted my swing trades for the year. I'm at like a 73-ish, 75% win rate. I'm basically over there. Excluding this not so great first quarter. Been on track for the rest of the for the rest of the year, really. It's been almost 8% of my return have all been from the swing trades. And I plotted my day trades, and I had 192 day trades. Now, half of that, granted, almost, I guess, 2/3 of that is from Q1. But, even looking at Q2 and Q3, right, it's like, it's getting a little bit better. It's like just sort of barely above break even. So I was looking at myself, and I'm like, all right, I mean, what the hell's going on with my day trades, right? It's been 7 months. I've obviously iterated some stuff, and there are some things I'm working on this month, right? Some better bids. I tried some hit and run. I tried sticking with it. But ultimately, I've just not really been trading with confidence on the day trades. I've been taking trades, and then I have been just too fearful of trading and taking the loss. And that is really a sign of my lack of confidence in the trade, and it's not really something I fear as much on swing trades because I know my stats on them. I know that I've done really well on them, especially these last 4 months in a row. Right, I made big chunks of money in those. Pretty much all of these. This 2,000 was in the last 4 months, and if I even just took these out, right, it's basically, a lot better. So, but trading at a really high clip on the swing trades, over 85%, a ton of confidence in them, and that leads me to make good decisions, but not on the day trades. And I've been sort of second guessing myself. I've been putting in some new rules to make sure I don't go overboard, which I think have been helpful, but I feel like at the end of the day, I just haven't been trading kind of purely on that instinct. I would say, like, you want to make a smart decision, but if a good trade setup, you just got to take it, and then what happens happens. And I've just not really been trading freely like that. I've sort of been chained in a way on the day trades. So what I've decided to do right now is take it back to one share 3 months in a row. I did that last year with a caveat. I had a pause in the middle, but I basically did that scaling up. But right now the confidence isn't there, and I need to start basically mastering that for the same metric: 75% win rate, 2 profit factor, 3 months in a row. So that's sort of the update for Q3. Again, I don't normally do this sort of mid-quarter update, but I just felt in this case that it was the data was pretty apparent over 7 months, and obviously, you don't want to size down after trading for a while and at a certain size, but the best time to make a change for the better is right now. So I know this is the best thing for me to do for the rest of the year, and again, hopefully can pick back up later in the year, and I can recuperate some of the amounts, because it's not like I'm making any money from it anyways, so it's like I'm really not giving up any profits. If anything, it'll probably going to save me a little bit of money, and I'll add some other profits in the future. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'll still post them in the trade logs. They may not be as detailed because I may be taking more day trades, maybe taking some more advanced stuff. So I'll still talk about them in the video, and I'll try to keep a good detailed log. But if there's a huge quantity of that, it just might be a lot more for me to share. So I'm gonna do my best with that. But yeah, just gonna trade on them one share for a while and bring back the confidence, and then just go back to trading size and taking it from there. So that's the update for this pretty quick update, but I felt it was worth sharing, so that way people are not taken off guard by what I'm doing in weekly trading reviews, or I go to the Q3 business review and you're like, wait, what the heck? Like, when you start trading one share. So that's the plan. So starting on Monday, I'll be doing that. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.